No, he's here in town. He just happens to be hanging out at the Excalibur by the pool. No, he's at the Excalibur, but he's not here. He's in town. He just probably didn't get the memo. Inside the MGM Grand here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. This is boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum, directly to my right. Sponsored by Boost Mobile, money is power. And I'm excited to say this, Top Gun Maverick, starring Tom Cruise, only in theaters May 27th. It's not every day you get to mention Tom Cruise, Bob. Where is he? Couldn't he be here with us today? No.
But I'm really friendly with Nicole Kidman.
We have been waiting for this one for a long time. The WBC, the WBO Ring Magazine Junior Lightweight Championship of the World. Oscar Valdez, Shakur Stevenson. We will be bringing up both of those champions momentarily. But it all goes down Saturday, April 30th. MGM Grand Garden Arena here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. It feels great to be back after a trip over the pond to London. The undercards begin at 3:30 Pacific on ESPN+, and then our three featured fights on the network ESPN and ESPN Deportes at 7 p.m. Pacific. A huge middleweight showdown, Alejandro Ibarra versus Nico Ali Walsh, and a lightweight showdown, Esteban Sanchez versus Keyshawn Davis. Bob, this is a great card. We're in Vegas. We are back. A huge fight. How are you feeling?
Well, I really feel terrific. And again, this shows how boxing should be produced. You'll see in the main event two fighters who've had all of their professional fights with Top Rank, now facing off against each other. And on my right, we have two, in quote, prospects, one of whom has had extensive amateur background and is considered by many to be the best amateur coming out of the United States in many years, with Keyshawn Davis, and the other, a young man who had very little amateur experience, but now has undertaken the task of making himself a great fighter in the professional ranks, and with the idea of making his late grandfather first fighter I've ever promoted, Muhammad Ali, proud. You know, looking down from above, Nico, Ali Walsh. And that's really great boxing stories. And we'll see that unfold on Saturday night.
Nico, I want to start with you down on the end. It's your hometown. Here we are, Las Vegas, MGM Grand Garden Arena. How you feeling?
Honestly, I feel amazing. I think we all know at this point that the main event is probably going to be one of the fights of the year. Just extremely talented fighters, so just being a part of it is a huge honor, and I'm very glad to be fighting here at my hometown.
Listen, you had a big knockout in Tulsa in January, a close fight in December. What changed between those fights, and what can we expect Saturday night?
Yeah, well, you know, everyone has tough fights at some point in their career. I'm glad I was able to get that experience early on, and I was able to come back stronger, and you saw that in my fight in January. So now I've had the time to spar some of the best guys in the world, and I'm back. So this time around, I'll be able to showcase more than I did in January.
Alejandro Ibarra, probably your toughest opponent to date, chose not to be here today. Maybe sending a message, trying to mess with your head a little bit. You've been able to watch some tape on him. Is he the toughest opponent to date for you?
That's definitely not sending a message, not showing up. I mean, that's, if anything, that's not good on him. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't know if he'll be my toughest opponent. You find out when you're in the ring, and like Mike Tyson said, everyone's got a plan until they get punched, so we'll see.
Nico, I'm excited to see you Saturday night in the ring. We'll see you tomorrow at weigh-ins. Right beside you, Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn, your last fight, Madison Square Garden, and now we're here at MGM Grand Garden. What does fighting on stages like this mean to you? How exciting is this?
Oh, honestly, I just would like to keep the performances going. Ever since, you know, people put their attention on me, I just felt like I've been rising to the occasion every single time. And every time I get in the ring, I put on spectacular performances, and just expect another spectacular performance on Saturday night, as well as the main event. My brother Shakur Stevenson, me and him been sharing this dream for years now, and I'm just excited to be fighting alongside him.
Do you feel any pressure? You mentioned Shakur, and I know you guys are tight. Do you feel any pressure that he's fighting right after you to put on an impressive performance on such a big stage?
Honestly, no. I'm just go out there and do what I do. And I feel like when I do what I do, then it's going to be a spectacular performance, as well as Shakur. So
I want to welcome in your opponent here, Esteban Sanchez, 18-1, 8 knockouts. Gardy sitting beside you to do some translating. This is your first fight in the United States. First fight on a stage like this. How do you keep the pressure under wraps?
Sí, es la primera vez que voy a pelear aquí en Estados Unidos y estoy muy emocionado. ¿Por qué? Porque es también la primera ocasión que voy a pelear en el MGM Grand de Las Vegas. Para mí siempre ha sido un sueño, tanto como para cualquier boxeador que va empezando, quiero pelear en el MGM Grand de Las Vegas, ¿no? Entonces estoy muy emocionado y sí, gracias a Dios, no me ha afectado mucho el escenario, entonces estamos muy contentos.
The big stage doesn't impress me. Like, you know, this is my first time fighting in Las Vegas, my first time fighting in the United States and in MGM. But it has been my dream, like any other fighter, to fight at the MGM.
What do you bring to the table that can stop Keyshawn?
Realmente vamos a hacer una estrategia de trabajo que llevamos tiempo trabajando con mi coach Joe Vargas, y pues el sábado vamos a hacer nuestro trabajo, al igual que Keyshawn va a hacer su trabajo, entonces que sea una gran pelea para todo el público.
We have been working on a good strategy with my trainer Joe Vargas for a long time, and I'm going to do the work in the ring. I'm sure Keyshawn is going to do his work the same way, so the best man's going to win. You
have been in camp since the start of the year with a new trainer. What differences will we see from the first 19 fights that we've been able to watch?
Pues más que nada, mucha estrategia, mucha técnica, mucho cerebro. En México hay demasiado corazón. También lo vamos a traer, entonces todo eso lo vamos a combinar para dar una gran pelea.
it will be a lot of technique, a lot of strategy, and we're going to combine all that with my heart, and we're going to come out victorious on Saturday.
Thank you very much. We're really looking forward to this fight Saturday night. Keyshawn, one last question for you. Earlier in the week, this gentleman right here, probably the greatest boxing promoter of all time, was on a conference call and compared you to Sugar Ray. What's the first thing that pops into your head when you hear those words coming from a man like Mr. Bob Arum?
I should come back out and keep fighting with that fro, just like Sugar Ray. But honestly, it really means a lot. When he said that, I never looked at myself like Sugar Ray, but when he said that, I started watching more Sugar Ray, and you know how he carried himself and how he fight and stuff like that. And I'm just really trying to learn from the best. And like you said, Bob Arum is one of the greatest, as well as Sugar Ray. So I just went back to the drawing boards again, like I always do, and you know, just trying to learn from the best.
Well, listen, fireworks Saturday night expected from both Nico, Keyshawn, and Esteban. Thank you guys for spending some time with us. Before we bring up our main event, we're going to let these gentlemen have a face-off for the first time this week before they see each other again tomorrow at weigh-ins. Esteban, we're going to ask you to come down here. Keyshawn as well. Bob, hang tight, and we'll bring up the main event. is time to get this press conference started. As I mentioned earlier, the WBC WBO Ring Magazine Junior Lightweight Championship of the World on the line. Oscar Valdez, Shakur Stevenson. Before we get to the gentlemen sitting on stage, we have a very special guest. Raiders star linebacker Denzel Perryman. Get up here, sir. We have a little task at hand. Because both of these gentlemen are champions, we are going to do a coin toss to determine who walks to the ring first, who gets introduced first. Denzel, I'm going to hand you this silver dollar. This is how it's going to go down. Oscar heads, Shakur tails. The winner of the toss will walk second and be introduced first. Does that make sense, guys? The winner of the toss will walk to the ring second, but will be introduced first. It is NFL Draft Week here in Vegas, along with this incredible... You got questions? Speaking to the mic so everybody can hear you.
I walk to the ring second if I...
It depends who wins the toss. The winner of the toss will walk second, but be introduced first. Heads, tails. Heads and tails have already been established. Flip that coin, brother. Toss it up. You're going to toss it up. Hopefully we can catch it. Catch it, flip it on your wrist. Right there. What do we got? We got tails. So you won the toss. So you will be walking second, but I will introduce you first. Brother, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Raiders linebacker Denzel Perryman. Thank you, Denzel. Enjoy draft week.
I would have picked heads though.
All right, let's just get into this. We've been waiting for this fight a long time. Oscar, thanks for joining us. Shakur, thanks for joining us. This is your 10th world title fight. It is the first one in Vegas, first one with a crowd. How does that make you feel?
Very excited for this. Ever since I was a little kid, I dreamed of these types of opportunities. To be fighting for unified world championships, to be here in Vegas. I'm just very excited right now to be in this mega fight. And I can't wait. I'm anxious to step in the ring here for 30th.
Listen, Shakur's been saying multiple times that you didn't want this fight, you've been ducking it. Obviously, you disagree. Why is this fight right now?
Because of perfect timing. It's a perfect timing. Shakur Stevenson is a two-time world champion right now. Myself, I'm a two-time world champion. It is a perfect time right now. Let's prove who is the best 130 pounds. Let's get it on in for 30th. Let's just show it. I think this is the correct time to do it.
Shakur, you've been saying that a lot. He's been ducking you, he's been ducking you, he's been ducking you. Well, here we are. Is this trash talk now just to get in his head?
Nah, I speak the truth every time I talk, so I feel like he didn't want to fight me at 126, and now we here at 130, and he was trying to fight Navarrete before fighting me, but we here now. We can't keep talking about that. The fight here, I fight Saturday and I'm ready to fight.
You've been talking a long time now that you're pound for pound elite. Does a victory Saturday night convince the boxing world that you've been preaching the truth all this time?
No, I never said I'm on the pound for pound list yet. I said that after this fight, once I get past Oscar Valdez, I'll be on the pound for pound list.
With that, you've been around a ton of big fights. A ton of big fights. This is your big fight now. Is this your moment to shine?
Most definitely. I've been waiting on this moment my whole life. Years and years of training since I was an amateur to prepare for this moment, and I feel like I'm ready.
Oscar, he made his professional debut on your undercard. That was a long time ago. It feels like forever ago, but it wasn't that long ago. Is there anything that you remember from that night, or were you just focused on your big show? But it was ironic that he made his professional debut on your undercard.
Well, just like this fight, at that time I was very focused on my fight that I had in front of me. I knew about Shakur Stevenson. I saw him in the Olympics. He's a great fighter from back then, and he's turned to a great champion now. So I don't remember it all that day because I was very focused on my fight, just the same way I'm focused for this fight. Each and every fight I take them very seriously. I just focus on one thing, just beating my opponent.
You guys have had some incredible camps. We've been privy to witness a lot of it. You have Canelo in your camp. You've had Bud in your camp. What was it like having Canelo in your camp, getting you ready for Saturday night?
It was great. It was great. Training besides Canelo Alvarez, on the side of him. There's always you can learn different things from fighters with great experience like these type. But it doesn't matter at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, the ones who are going to be inside the ring is going to be me and Shakur. So it doesn't matter if Canelo trained me or teaches me different things. At the end of the day, it's who has the bigger heart inside the ring, April 30th.
Shakur, what about you, man, having Bud in your camp?
When Bud was in my camp, Bud came and we sparred each other, but I feel like it's a difference with his camp because he had Canelo with him every step of the way. Canelo was right there next to him, telling him how to hook, jab, and they was with each other every step of the way. So when I beat him, I'm gonna feel good beating him, Canelo, Eddie Reynoso, the whole team.
I asked him just a few minutes ago about when you made your pro debut. How exciting was that night for you when you made your pro debut? And did you ever envision this happening?
Yeah, most definitely. You gotta realize I was under his undercard, so I was focused on my fight, but I seen him fight in the main event, and I definitely was thinking about me and him fighting later on. I knew we was at the same weight, and it was always in my head that we was gonna fight.
And this is for both of you. You know, your record in boxing, your opponents that you have both faced, very impressive. Jamel Herring, Nakatia, Conceição, Burchelt. Talk about how those fights have gotten you to this moment. Let's start with you, Oscar.
Well, those fights have built us up, built myself up to have the confidence and the experience that I have right now to be the fighter that I am. So, yes, it was tough at first, but now, we're in this great position. All those great fights that I've had has turned into a fighter that I am right now with a lot of experience, and just, continue building a career, continue building my legacy. We all want to be the best. We all want to be the top pound for pound list. But to be in that list, you got to beat fighters, like in this case, go through fighters like Shakur Stevenson. So that's definitely the fight that we have to win to be in our big step to become one of the top pound for pound.
Shakur, talk about your previous opponents.
I feel like every fight is different. With them fights, they helped me to get to this moment, but I feel like Styles is different. He's not the same as a Jamel Herring. He's not the same as a Nakatia. You may never know. It might be easier than a Nakatia. It might be harder than a Nakatia. Like, you never know what type of fighter he is. So at the end of the day, once we get in the ring, we're going to settle it. Once we get in the ring, but I'm prepared for whatever.
Listen, Bob Arum was sitting with me earlier as we sat with the undercard, and Bob was still on stage, and he wanted to get off because he didn't want to be here for this. He loves you guys that much. You are both top-ranked fighters. You made your pro debuts with Top Rank. You've been with Top Rank ever since. You just fought Herring. Another top. You yawning on me over there? What does that mean to you? To have such a great leader of this company, have such passion and respect for both of you as fighters.
First of all, I personally thank Bob for helping me in my career. First of all, signing me, having the trust and having faith in me to become the fighter that I am right now, and making this possible, making this fight with Shakur Stevenson, making this main event card here in Las Vegas. It just means the world to me, because this is what I've always dreamed for ever since I was a little kid.
I appreciate Bob, but I feel like he should have set up here. I feel like it's a big fight, it's business at the end of the day. The best fighting the best, so he should have sat right here and sat with us. You feel me? That's what I feel like.
You feel, that's good, that's great. Listen, Wally Moses, Eddie Reynoso, two incredible trainers in the game. Talk about your camp and the mindset that you guys set forth from day one when this fight was inked.
It was a great camp. I'm in the best shape of my life. My grandfather got me here. Everybody part of my team, Jack, K, Dirt, everybody got me to this point where I'm ready to fight Oscar Valdez. However this fight goes, if it goes 12 rounds, in early, I'm prepared for whatever.
Oscar?
We did a great training camp. I'm very excited for this. I'm physically, mentally prepared to go all 12 rounds. And like I said, man, I'm in the best shape of my life right now. I'm ready, focused, weight is on. I just can't wait for April 30th to step in the ring and show the world. I'll give the fans what they want. Good fight.
Oscar, you talk about this, the passion you have for Mexican boxing and the fighters you look up to, Chavez, Marquez, Barrera, Morales. How much does carrying on that tradition mean to you, those incredible fighters?
Well, I grew up watching these fighters. I grew up watching fighters like Marco Antonio Barrera, Eric Morales. And they inspired me. They inspired me to be the fighter that I am right now. And I want to continue growing to the same way, inspire the new generation the same way they inspired me. So, to become somebody like Eric Morales or Marco Antonio Barrera, Juan Manuel Marquez, you got to go through fighters like Shakur Stevenson with good names and good recognition. When they have the belts on the line, undefeated records, this is a great opportunity for me to try to become something close to what my idols did.
Shakur, I hear there's going to be a Puerto Rican flag on your trunks in the ring. Talk about that for a minute and what that means to you.
My father is Puerto Rican, even though he's like not here with us no more. But I got part Puerto Rican in me, so I gotta be myself. And this fight was mainly about being myself. Put my nickname on my trunks too, so everybody could see what my family been calling me for years and all that too. So I just want to be authentic at the end of the day, and I want to keep being myself.
We're hearing a lot about the difference in styles that we're going to see, obviously, on Saturday night. And you've said it now 2 or 3 times, just sitting here, that we got to go through Shakur. Are we going to see that aggressive Oscar that we're accustomed to and bring the fight to Shakur Saturday night?
Well, with a fighter with Shakur, you never know. We got, we can bang with the bang, we can box with the box. It all really depends what Shakur brings to the table.
I think that's BS.
What do you think?
I think he's coming to bang. That's it. I think he's trying to trick me into thinking he's about to try to box me and be technical, but I'm not falling for that, so.
What are you ready for?
I'm ready for the Oscar Valdez who go in there throwing all them hooks and putting pressure.
Ready for that?
Yes.
That's it?
Yes.
Oscar, you ready?
I'm ready. I've been training, I've been ready for quite some time, and I just can't wait. Just can't wait to step in the ring.
Listen, tomorrow we weigh in. The talking is now. You got anything left to say before we wrap up?
Nah, I just hope you're ready, Oscar.
You got anything left to say before we wrap up?
I'm ready. Yeah.
This room is ready. The energy in this building right now, to everybody watching, is electric. And I know everybody in this room wants to get a couple words in with you. So we're going to ask you now, gentlemen, to leave those microphones on your chairs, and we're going to give you the week. We've been waiting for this one a long time, ladies and gentlemen. It is the WBC, the WBO Ring Magazine Junior Lightweight Championships of the World, Saturday, April 30th at the MGM Grand Garden Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Oscar Valdez, Shakur Stevenson, 2 kings, 1 crown. It is the unified Junior Lightweight Championship of the World, Saturday, April 30th, MGM Grand Garden Arena. As always, this is boxing, this is Top Rank. We will see you tomorrow for the weigh-ins.
Hey, he was like a good fight, Cole. That's all you want.
I'm going in there to win every round. That's my goal. That's my objective every fight. So, yeah, Saturday is the same thing. I don't switch my energy up for no opponent. I don't care who it is. We're going in there to dominate.
You said in this leading up to this fight that there will be moments you stay in there with him on the inside and give it right back to him. But do you feel it's important to weaken him first before
what
you
was
get?
Your question?
You've said in the lead up to this fight that there will be moments you're gonna stand in there and give it to him on the inside, not just box on the outside. But is it important you break him down first before that, or we could see that early in the fight?
Hey, that shit sound good.
We got some fights going on with Team Valdez and. You like the stuff between Camp Shakur?
You want bubbles. Little ass. Your son, bro, real quick.
At the end,
Hey,
they
what you
only
were saying though? I don't know what you were saying. I kind of, got a little
Let's
lost.
restart that question.
right.
you gotta ask me again.
Only two guys are getting paid in the ring Saturday night, right? So only you guys should be fighting. But Shakur, you've said in the lead up to this fight that there will be moments you stay on the inside and give it to him, not just boxing on the outside. But is it important you break him down first and disarm him before you do that? We could see that early in the fight.
I don't know the game plan right now. I won't tell y'all my game plan. He gotta wait and see. I don't want him to watch an interview with y'all and try to pick up on what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, I got my own game plan in my head. We'll see how the fight goes once we in there.
And you said you think he's just gonna come banging. You don't think there's any chance?
Nah, he's trying to trick me. He's been saying, all week it's gonna be a technical fight. I can beat him at a boxing match and all this stuff. So I feel like he's trying to trick me. I'm not gonna fall for that game. But if he do, that's on him. That's a bad idea. I think so.
And you talked about, his work with Canelo and you with Terrence. What do you think that sparring with Terrence benefited you the most for this fight?
I think, any camp that Terrence come in, he just push me to another level. He's going to try to help me at the best that he can. That's my big brother, and I got nothing but love for my big brother. So he just tried to push me, but like I said in the press conference, I feel like it's a difference. Canelo been right there telling him this every step of the way, and I just feel like it's not going to help.
Yeah. And Shakur, lastly, man, what's going to be the difference in this fight? What's going to separate the two fighters?
The better fighter, the skills. The skills going to separate the two. I feel like I'm a lot more skillful than him, and I can pick him apart, so that's what I'm going to do.
Stoppage or
We'll see.
All right, thank you, Shakur. Good luck to you.
Okay. He wanted to show you the belt, yeah.
Show you the extra little trinket, man. You go in with one.
He has a question about this.
You have a question about this. What you
Ask
want?
your question.
Is it like a super belt where it's like a real super belt?
You're the super champion, but it's not like the WBA where it's like a different thing. I'll give you an example. Bud's a super champion at 140, super champion at 47. I think Loma was a super champion at 130. It's only for guys who are pound for pound, top 10, top of the world. So you go in with one, you come out with three. You get a green one, you get a ring, and you get this bad boy. And this
I get four. I get
you can come out
green,
with four, yeah.
This, that, and that.
This.
Yeah.
And Julie showed you, she took a picture of the list. These are the real jewels, man. These are rubies, diamonds, and emerald on the eye, so it's nice.
Thank you. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, Shakur, what did you think about this being for the lineal title?
I think it's amazing. I think, the best fighting the best, and I think we deserve it.
Does that mean business is done at 30 with this fight? Or
Nah, I won all the belts. I want to say I'm undisputed, so at the end of the day, we got to focus on Saturday, because if I don't win Saturday, we won't be talking about that. So Oscar Valdez is my focus right now.
All right, thanks, Shakur. Thanks, Julie. You too.
Why you taking so long?
What's up, Muhammad? Good. Excuse me, fellas. Thank you. What's up, Red? How you doing, man? Good. Just working.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll float around.
I got a little Shakur.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, cool. What's up, Frankie?
What's up? How you doing, man?
How you doing? Hey, bro, mind if I ask you what was going on there for the fight?
I'm straight, bro.
Okay.
Tres, dos.
We got big key.
tal? ¿Cómo están, amigos de las diferentes plataformas digitales de Azteca Deportes? Aquí estamos con un miembro del Box Azteca Team, miembro de Canelo Team. Tiene muchos equipos, Oscar, pero nos da muchísimo gusto poder estar contigo en esta previa de lo que será tu combate de Shakur Stevenson. Se fue la pandemia, se fueron muchas cosas y podemos disfrutar precisamente de lo que es el boxeo y todo lo que envuelve este evento.
Damn right. Damn right. They don't want it's like a bunch of little kids talking shit. I'll go over there and take my belt off. Beat their ass with my belt.
Got me still. Sorry, I forgot. I keep forgetting. I got you, Bubba.
Oh no, hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a few security guys walking off. I'm not gonna play no bullshit. I'm already excited, so.
See that?
You know what I mean? I'll fucking start going. I make these boys my little kids, man.
Oh, where is he?
I'll beat them like they stole something. Like, sure.
Where? What's up? I'm gonna try and grab Terrence. Hey, Dan. Terrence, can I talk to you about the fight?
What happened to us?
What happened? Good to see you.
Sure. Yeah, well, are you going to get the weigh-ins?
Had to try them.
Yeah, you had to. I'm surprised.
No, pero
¿Qué va a hablar? Que el sol es que no hace la pregunta. Yo. Pero por eso mira, vos
Perfecto, amigos de las redes sociales, regresamos con ustedes. Recuerden, mañana ceremonia de pesaje y el gran combate el día sábado 30 de abril, por supuesto, a través de Box Azteca 7 en la casa del museo con Oscar Valdez y Shakur Stevenson. Aquí nos vemos. ¿De corrido siguen grabando? ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo están, amigos de ADN 40? Les saludamos con muchísimo gusto. Oscar Valdez en conferencia de prensa aquí en Las Vegas de Nevada. Se mostró desafiante Shakur Stevenson, pero...
Put you in one of my cards, man. You co-main, I main event. And that was just back in November. And now it's actually happening. Like, it's crazy, man. And to answer your question, I feel like this fight, most likely, is going to be the biggest fight of the year. And I'm honestly just happy to be on it, but not only be on it, be a co-main feature. I'm excited, ready to put on a great performance.
Now, seeing the fact that throughout your professional career, you have a static performance over each time, coming into this fight, you know, has there been any type of, you know, adjustments or different things that, not telling, you know, specifically what you did, because we'll see it, but just overall, how has it been like turning into a
No,
professional?
it was a lot of adjustments, man. I missed my last fight back in March 19th. I was supposed to fight in Madison Square Garden because I got real sick, ended up losing over 10 pounds. So that whole camp, I've been like, really wasn't feeling myself up until I got sick. So coming into this camp, I've just really been focused on getting back to Keyshawn. And honestly, I feel like I got back to myself and then some. I feel like I gained more IQ, I gained more rhythm, and I feel like I got a lot stronger. So I just want to show it come Saturday night.
And seeing that you also over this year, you know, throughout your professional career, you made some adjustments and you're working with one of the best trainers in boxing, you know, Brian McIntyre, you know, Bo Mac. Just talk about the experience of just going to training in Omaha and working with, you know, such a strong team.
Man, training camp, it's a love and hate situation, man. I love the hard work, but I be hating that shit when it get to hurting, man. Like, it be hurting, and Bo Mac never let me get a goddamn day off. He always be like, man, nah, fuck that, you gonna keep pushing. Like, he a coach that's gonna push you to the limit every single day. Like, literally, I told Bo Mac, I never been in a training camp like so intense before. And I done been with the Olympic group, I done been with so many different trainers. You feel what I'm saying? I never been in a training camp that was so intense. And then not only Bo Mac, you got Terrence Crawford in the back of my head pushing me, sparring me and stuff like that. So they definitely taking me and my brother's game to a whole nother level. And shoot, let's just see when I get 12-0 how good I be.
I noticed you went on your IG live and you talked a little bit about like the sparring, it's like pay-per-view, but just wanted to talk like how is the sparring working with that? Like without giving specifics, but and you got Awesome Red in the back. Just what was that overall experience? Just
sparring with Terrence, man. How can I explain it? Sparring with Terrence, he's a person that helps you out in sparring. He's a lot bigger than me, so he's not going to really go all out, but he's going to set the tone. If you understand what I'm saying. And I'm honestly just in there when I'm sparring him. I be trying to match his intensity, match his aggressiveness, match his toughness, and I be feeling like he be getting me. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't fucking like that.
What do you mean by getting you? Just
like I said, I try to match his intensity. So I feel like if he here, I try to get here, but I feel like it'd be right here. If he tough, then I be here, then he probably be right here. So I just be trying to match him with almost everything he does, honestly. But with the experience and all the stuff that he comes with, it's not going to happen overnight. But I know just keep working with him and stuff like that. I'm gonna get there, and most likely I should surpass him.
But you can send yourself like a competitive person, because I always see stuff on social media with the whole camp. There's always wrestling, ping pong, neck choking.
Chess.
Chess? Oh, chess is a big thing?
Hey, oh yeah, chess is every day. But yes, our whole camp is competitive. Like, even when we bring in sparring partners, they probably don't play chess. They probably don't play ping pong. They probably don't do a lot of things they probably don't do a lot of things we do at home, at their home. You feel me? But when they come into training camp, they competitive nature turns on, because it just matches energy. So now that we in the house, everybody competing and this, that, and the third, it carries over to the gym. So now everybody competing to get better in the gym in a good way, because we are in a team at the end of the day. So like that training camp definitely is like family oriented, very fun. Every day is never a boring day. And like I said, I love training with these guys, man.
And obviously the Sugar Ray Leonard comparison's been the story that's been coming. You said you went back and watched some fights. Seeing a young fighter like you watch older fighters, what specific fights, or if you can remember, that you watched to kind of, I guess, get some...
I like watching the mainstream fights because...
is that the Hagler, Hearns, Duran ones you watch?
Because I'm just an aggressive person. I'm a person that I can look in the fighter's eyes and know if he's soft or not. And I'm going to break you if you're soft. Like, if you soft, I'm going to break you. And the fight is over before the fight even started. You feel what I'm saying? So them real mainstream fights where they was really just going at it and fighting, none of their will was being broken, but technique is still being displayed, IQ is still being displayed. You feel what I'm saying? Those honestly the fights that I like to watch. Of course, I go back and watch the fights where they completely dominant, because they show a lot of slickness and stuff like that, but I like watching the mainstream fights where they get pushed to the limit.
So like a Leonard Hearns was one of the fights that you sat down and watched?
Of course.
Seeing the different styles going back and forth, one turn to the aggressor, one turn to boxing, switch.
Of course.
Obviously, I'm assuming you can do both and more, right?
Oh yeah, of course, man. I base my styles off a lot of styles per se. Like, I go back and watch Canelo, Sugar Ray, Floyd, a lot of Shakur Stevenson, Terrence Crawford. I learned how to fight on my back foot, coming forward, side to side, circling just in the middle of the ring. I got a little shoulder roll defense and stuff like that. And I think a lot of people don't give me credit on is my defense. Like, I don't get hit. Like, go back and watch all my fights. I don't get hit, honestly. And I just feel like, like I said, let's see how good I become 12-0, 15-0, 20-0 with the great training camps that I be in, Bomac and Terrence. Really the sky is the limit.
And my last two questions, and I appreciate the time. Obviously, you being a fighter now, seeing that your brother also fights with you, what's that whole journey with, just that overall?
Man, it was a long journey, man. And I would say it was a long, sad journey. We had a couple of sparks here and there, but when it comes to me and my brothers, it was a long, hard, frustrating journey up until we came across Bomac and them. Now we got a real stable. Now we got someone that can really take all of us to the next level. And y'all see that when my brothers get a second round knockout. His last fight, he got the first round knockout. But he's looking spectacular doing it. He's 146-1. My little brother is 6'3", most likely he fight at 147. Like, and y'all know who I am. So with Bo Mack and them help, like the sky's the limit for all of us. We settle now. We got a family foundation now. And look, man, the sky's the limit. I'm gonna keep saying that.
And my last question is just at the end of this year, not looking past your opponent, what can we expect from fight fans for more Keyshawn Davis?
I mean, what y'all always been seeing. Y'all been seeing spectacular performances. Every time y'all see me fight, y'all seen a hell of a performance. Like literally, let's put it on the line. Every time y'all see me fight, y'all see a hell of a performance. So just keep expecting hell of a performances. Like, watch, Keisha, you gonna put a bum in front of me, you gonna put a great fighter in front of me, it don't matter. I'm gonna put on a performance. Me and that, what's that Cuban dude name? It don't even matter. They know him because he been fighting me. Why? Because I put on hell of a performances.
So you're happy that
every time I fight, keep expecting a hell of a performance, man. DB3, we going up, man. You feel what I'm saying? Tune in. Keyshawn Davis, Esteban Sanchez. He's getting knocked out Saturday night. Trust me.
Awesome. Appreciate it, champ.
Stay dangerous.
Thank you, man. That was great.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Great. Any edits? So I thought it was all fire. I always converse. Like, I always gotta,
I respect it. I respect it.
You know,
for sure, I respect it. But nah, you good.
One take. That's like one take, Drake.
Yeah.
Me.
That's your job. What gets you up there?
¿Qué se aprende del camino cuando llegan a este tipo de peleas? Se aprende mucho, tenemos la fortuna de tener muchos y mejor un poco estamos día a día
Yes, everybody, a couple questions each, and then we can do a scrum.
Cool.
Solo toma que está Argentina, y nombra solo toma gente de Latinoamérica y es verdad que da por pies
Una preguntita y nos fuimos porque tenemos la fila de acá. Sí, no, que nunca quieren hacer eso. Michelle, Marcos, and yeah, we got 3 more.
The Keyshawn Davis fight and how the training camp has been. Oh no, you gotta count the time too? You can't.
That camp went perfect.
Chance career.
Camp went perfect, for real. He's trying to put some good work in. Got good sparring partners up there. I think he's going to shine. He's going to shine.
You know, he was talking earlier and mentioned that by adding you to the camp and making those adjustments, and his brother, they've been able to perform at a level that's so much different than even their amateur careers. Overall, have you seen that progression change from when he came in into when you started working?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. You can just see in the way that they live throughout camp, how making better choices and with their time and not doing things like young fighters do, like, want to run around and play games and do all that before training or stay up late and on the games. No, these guys is working out. They're getting their rest. They're punctual with their timing, getting to the gym. Sometimes they get in my ass. Let's go, coach. Let's go. So by us just coming together, it's gonna take those young kids a long way.
And you work with the pound for pound and seeing that. Keyshawn and his brother, do you see these guys as the next pound for pound fighters?
I definitely can. These kids gonna be able to grow. They're gonna be able to grow as young men and fighters too. And the most important thing is as they grow, they develop their wisdom for the game more and more, become students of the game more and more. Instead of just in there boxing, be able to take their IQ level, higher and higher each fight.
And seeing that you've helped so many young people, and Terrence, I've seen Shakur, Keyshawn, and Devin. Just overall, you guys have given back so much to boxing, not just coming in great fights, but helping out with the young fighters. Overall, with Terrence kind of also helping in the camp, do you see him possibly being like your side trainer in these kind of development fights?
Man, Terrence helped a lot in camp, man. Maybe one of the coaches might be out, or he'll take he'll be like, okay, Steve Nelson will work with me on the flat ball today, and just by watching him work with different fighters, I can learn a little bit more from him too, and I can implement that into my style of training, not only me but the other trainers too, because you got to realize if Terrence in there fighting alongside these guys, or being the main event, or being the pound for pound best fighter, he can be able to show these kids something, and that's what they want. And little do they know, I'm sitting outside of the ring in the chair with my notebook, you know what I'm saying? Because some things I may miss as a trainer. So that's one thing I like about him when he's around the gym, around the house, just kicking that knowledge to these fighters.
Now, overall, I have to ask, the Errol Spence fight with Ugas. You had a tweet that came out, and everyone, obviously that you're always Team Bud, and it's obviously that's Bud versus Spence. Just overall, do you have an opinion on that Spence-Ugas fight? And
man, Bud gonna dominate. He's gonna dominate it. Just like I said in my tweet, Bud gonna beat the shit out of that. And mark my words, that's what I said. And the reason why I say that is because, I've been watching Spence a long time, and to me, he's still doing the same thing. He may got stronger, he may improved on some of the things that he do in camp, but as a trainer, he's still doing the same thing. And if he ain't changed then, he ain't gonna change by the time he get in there with Terrence. And that's why I say what I say.
And then, obviously that's 20 seconds, maybe 5 seconds with the chips. Do you think the fight can happen this year, possibly?
Oh yeah, definitely fight. It could happen. It should happen. It's what the public want. That's what Terrence want. I'm sure Errol wants the same thing. But let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope and see.
Okay, awesome. Appreciate the time, Bowman.
No problem.
After 5, awesome. Thanks.
Hey. There's nothing invincible. No fighter out there is invincible, including myself, including the best fighters in history. They weren't invincible. Every fighter out there is beatable. There's one God, and we're gonna give it our best. We're gonna give it our best to just come out victorious that night.
You've talked about everyone gets tested. Win or lose for this kid, people want to see him get tested. And how confident are you that that we'll for sure get that. He'll be hit like he's never been hit before in this fight. How confident are you can be the first guy to test his chin and take him to deep waters?
I'm just focused on what I can do. You know, I'm focused on the work that I did. So I'm ready to go in there. For me, I don't worry about his career. I worry about my career. So I don't know if he hasn't been tested, but this is going to be the main fight where I'm going to give my best and I'm going to make him be tested or make him, I'm going to land my big shots and just do whatever it takes to come out victorious.
You know, he's a good favorite. I know you don't care about that, Oscar, and he's talking not just winning, but winning big. What's going to surprise him and the people? What has been written off or underestimated about you heading into this fight that's going to show up Saturday night, Oscar?
My heart, losing is not an option for me. I got my family to feed. And to continue feeding them, to continue feeding my family, I gotta win this fight, win all these fights, and give them my best. So my heart is just too big to lose. I'm gonna always give my best.
Good luck on a great fight Saturday. Thanks, bro.
All right, now I'm gonna hear you.
Yeah.
Next time you do that,
What's
jugular.
That? I thought that meant one more in you.
No, that means jugular if you keep asking questions.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't gotcha. Hey, what's up, Christine? How are you? Good to see you. What's up, Jody? Beautiful shirt, beautiful man on that shirt.
No, I'm not wearing one of my faces.
Yes.
You should be wearing.
He must be wanting to interview with you, Jeff, the way you said that.
No, Jeff has interviews to do himself. Isn't that right?
Yeah. He just got me on one.
Oh, did he?
Wait, let's see if you think he'll get it. Jeff's got a question for you.
Okay.
All right.
He'll get it.
All
Wait,
right,
let's see. See, his theory was all the
He'll
guys.
get it.
His theory was all the guys get it wrong and all the girls get it right.
Yeah, well, I broke the.
So this question's for me and Jeff.
She got it. Yeah.
All right.
Why?
Okay.
All right.
Is it recording?
Yeah, no, it's live.
Why yes? Spells yes. What is EYS?
Yes? Is it like you say it with the Spanish shot? Yes?
Yes, it's EYS.
Yes?
It's EYS.
Yes.
No, it's eyes.
Eyes? Oh.
I have a man mind.
At least I made my own shit up. Yeah.
You got it wrong too, don't I?
I have the mind of a man, so it's
all the guys have been getting it wrong and all the girls got it right except for Stoke. She's like a guy.
I'm like a dude.
Well, can I ask you about the fight? Are you guys waiting?
Go ahead.
Okay. Thanks.
Says he always gets on the chair.
You got to be smart, Jody. All right. The Mayweather Boxing Club channel's own Jeff Mayweather. Jeff, usually you're doing the hot interviews, but I got to get a hot interview out of you now. Stevenson Valdez, how easy or how tough was this fight for Stevenson? Because I assume you're picking him. I already know you're picking him.
No, I think I'm picking Shakur because I always pick a solid boxer, like you said, more like a thinking man over a guy that just randomly throws punches. But
that's why I knew you were picking him.
I think it's still going to be a tough fight, and I think that Shakur's going to really have to be, he's really going to have to be on top of his skills that night because he is going to be bringing it to him, and the guy throws a lot of punches. So I lean slightly toward Shakur, but a tough fight, a very tough fight.
Do you think Valdez at some point will be able to land like his big hook that he's known for?
At some point, I do think that he's going to land because the guy throws a lot of punches, and I mean, Shakur's a great fighter, but still, he's going to get hit.
Even Floyd got hit.
Yeah, every fighter get hit. So, and if you get hit with the right one, maybe it'll be an upset. But right now, of course, I do think that he has enough skills to surpass this fight.
To pass this test.
Yeah.
I believe right now when they track CompuBox, he's got the best defense by the numbers, lowest connect percentage against him. That, of course, brings up Floyd. Not from Shakur. He's not saying I'm Floyd, but what do you think of that kind of comparison?
I think it's a great comparison. For a kid that's just getting started and coming up, even though he's already world champion, but still, he's still very young. And I think he's only going to get better. Mm-hmm. And the comparison to Floyd is always going to be a part of him, a part of his journey.
does he remind? Since he's a southpaw, though, is he more like Sweet Pea Whitaker was?
Really, that's what he's really like, more like Sweet Pea. But I don't see him really doing Sweet Pea moves because Sweet Pea was whole different person that he did all kind of things where he was very animated. I don't see that part of him. I do see the slickness in him that kind of like Floyd, because Floyd has slickness, but he did slickness without the entertainment, without the extras. Sweet Pea, you get Sweet Pea almost on the ground, making you miss.
Right.
And then pulling out or doing something that when you look at it, you're going to know that his signature is on that move. And Floyd wasn't like that, so that's why I think more people compare him to Floyd.
With Whitaker, like you said, and your nephew too, Floyd, they'll make you miss with style points, and and Shakur, it seems like it's more fundamental defense. Why is he? Yeah. Why, can you break that down deeper for me, Jeff?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just think more. I mean, to me, Floyd didn't really do it as much. Whitaker, yes, and basically, I think that even Canelo does. When he makes you miss, So, you have guys that just, once they master the defense, they put a little extra on it. And when you put a little extra on it, it looks a whole lot better to me. Because I like Whitaker all on the ground and, and making guys miss and then just getting out the way. But the most important thing is him having that ability to not get hit, and that's gonna be the value that's gonna help him in his career, is not getting hit.
And one thing him and Whitaker had that's kind of rare for southpaws, right, Jeff, is a dominant jab.
Yeah,
and that's got to, yeah.
I mean, you gotta have something though. You gotta have something. And the kid is special. And I think that he's gonna do great. He's going to do great in his career.
Let me ask you, Jeff, because Haney, Tank, and Shakur in these weights, they're really like the heir apparents to Floyd in America. They're all good. But who would you put your chips on out of the three the most?
I only could pick one person because I only know one person that can forget about all your defense. If you hit your ass one time, you're going to sleep, and that's Gervonta Davis. I would pick him not necessarily against everyone, but I know that he has a chance that no one else has. You can be as slick as you want to. All it takes is one punch from him. And when those fights are made, that's when we're really going to see who's going to be the person that's going to be standing alone at the top. And I think that because one thing I think is that when you're fighting Gervonta Davis, you almost got to fight a perfect fight because of his punching power. I mean, it's crazy, and not only can he punch, he's actually a technically sound fighter that most people overlook because of his power. So, I mean, I would pick him as the guy that everyone has to beat. Because I don't think, what's his name have great boxing skills? Devin Haney has great boxing skills. And Garcia has great boxing skills as well. Excuse me, I have a little acid reflux.
I think you meant Lopez instead of Garcia, right? Lopez. Oh, no, Ryan Garcia. You meant Garcia, Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is Lopez not in the weight class anymore?
No.
So, no, that's why I'm not really speaking on him anymore. But, to be honest, I thought he had a chance because he was the one guy that had punching power as well. So, but Now I think that whoever fights him just got to have a perfect fight.
What chance do you give Rolly against Tank next month? You got to take him?
No.
Oh.
No, he has. I think he has a puncher's chance. I mean, but you're talking about a guy that has 8 amateur fights against a guy who has over 100 amateur fights. That makes a big difference. And like I said, Gervonta Davis is not just a puncher. He can actually box. He has good defense, you know. And Rolly is a guy who, you know, talked himself into this situation, but also does have a chance. He has a puncher's chance. But that's all I can really give him is a puncher's chance because I haven't seen him in a ring where he did anything special that makes me say he can beat Tank by
Even in
outboxing
sparring,
him.
like even when you've seen him spar.
I mean, sparring don't mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of guys that look like crap sparring, but they're great. Vince Phillips was one of those guys. Everybody beat up Vince Phillips.
Not Costa Zoo.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That was the one night the gym fighters showed up.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, I used to box Vince. Vince could hit me. But then him and Roger used to box. Roger used to get the best of him. But still, the one thing was this. On fight night, he's a whole different animal. And he's the one guy that I would say, when you watch somebody in the gym, it means nothing. Because he became a world champion and he beat one of the best guys out there at the time when nobody gave him a chance. So.
And then lastly, Jeff, just Haney and Kambosos, man. I know you've probably seen Haney spar since he was a teenager. Do you think he
I
comes
used to train him. I used to train Haney. I think he has a good chance of winning the fight, but he's not finna win Australia.
Even if he wins 8-9 rounds?
He's not finna win in Australia unless he knocks him out. And that's the one thing that he doesn't have. He doesn't have knockout power, but anything can happen in a fight. But if it goes to a decision, I don't think he's gonna win.
Do you think he'll do enough in your eye, like in the public's eyes, to win the fight? He just won't get it done in Australia, or like
No, I think that's gonna be a tough fight.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's going to be a tough fight, and it's going to be a close fight. Even if the fight was here, I think that it would be a tough fight in a close fight.
Why is that?
But just because Kambosos, Kambosos is also, he's a guy that he can actually fight too. You know, he's not finna go in there and lay down for anybody. And I think that he showed that with Teofimo. So, and I mean, at that time, I thought Teofimo was the best guy in that division. But Kambosos showed me different. And so I think that if you don't beat him soundly, where it's almost a knockout or you win every round, no way you're going to get a decision over here. No way.
Well, thank you, Jeff, and I look forward to breakdowns of that fight on the Mayweather Boxing Channel.
All right.
All week live on Mayweather Boxing Channel. Thank you, Jeff. Thanks so much, man. Gotta get, you know.
He's such a kid.
I gotta do the right thing. And
That's why I give him to you. You know better.
Yeah.
You're smart.
So all 1.2 million, they know to go to Mayweather Boxing Channel.
Oh, 1.2 million.
What's up, Ronnie G?
What's up, man? I got a couple interviews real quick.
You got Bo. Anyone in here else I should be trying to get?
No, I mean, I figured we were going to say.
Bud said he ain't.
I know.
You got Keyshawn.
I got Keyshawn.
Let me say what's up to Keyshawn. Yeah.
I asked him about, like, the spar.
Yeah, so you already hit the hot one. Did you get his prediction?
No,
I'll get that. Yeah. I'll get that. Yeah. Oh, no, you're good. You're good, ma'am. Oh, yeah. What's up, Keith? Hey, Katie. Hey, team. Best team in the game. Good. Good to see you, Katie. Good. Just we're gonna talk with Keyshawn for a minute, and then I'm done with pretty much. Yeah, on the 9th. I guys come by and show you guys some photos before I get out of here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What? Right here. How was he in sparring, bud? How was he in sparring? Good. Yeah.
Terrence, Coach Mike.
Saying what's up. You remember Coach? What's up, T? How you doing, man? Shining out there. Good to see. Yeah. Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you. You got it. Anyone?
Oh, my friend heard me say that.
Oh no, I didn't even hear that.
He was just the first. He was the first.
Actually, I was your first interview.
Hell,
I can prove it.
It was? You was?
I can prove it.
Oh, damn, my bad.
It was out the Fury Water too.
He's pretty
dope. Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
No.
Nah, he won.
Because Shakur brought me in to see you spar that morning.
No,
but that was
I beat you. I beat you though. I beat you.
See, now to the Fury.
He didn't even go to the fight at the Olympics yet. This was way before. Wilder Fury.
Nah, that was before. That was before.
Was it?
Yeah. I think Sean was the first though.
We gonna have to.
Y'all neck and neck for sure though.
Hey, we were FightHype. We were both on it. As long as it's FightHype.
Hey, we were both on it. We knew greatness right away, so we were like, no, we got. No, we don't have
right. As long as it's FightHype.
Just one more. Just one more. We just like fun compete.
He got it. If it's Ron, it's all good. Whatever it is.
But anyone else? Nah.
Oh yeah, then I back him up and say, Ron. Did anyone ever tell you that you got a little bit of Tupac vibes too?
For real?
Just a little bit.
That's the first one.
Yeah,
that's the first one.
I think it's like got like a long face like you or something.
He tried to joke me.
Yeah.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Hey, man, people love Pac. And then Shakur is literally named after him, so it's funny. All right, DB3, Keyshawn Davis, one of the best prospects in boxing. Although I know you're not keen on being a prospect for long, right? Keyshawn, you're trying to move up quickly.
Yes, sir, man, but not too quick.
Mm-hmm. And so, fighting Esteban Sanchez, 18-1. Do you think you think it's stoppage Saturday night, or what are you thinking, Keyshawn?
Honestly, people say don't never go for the stoppage, but I just always think I'm gonna get a stoppage. Honestly, I feel like I got power in both of my hands. I got great IQ to set it up. I'm patient, I'm relaxed, I'm poised. I let a lot of stuff come to me, so I honestly just feel like I'm always gonna get the stoppage if I'm at the best of my ability. And but if it's not a stoppage, it's still gonna be a great performance. I always say that whether a stoppage or it go 8 rounds, y'all gonna enjoy watching me fight straight like that.
And you know, you got the body shot knockout last time.
Right.
You think we'll see a lot of body work in this fight too?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm a body snatcher. I love touching the body. I love breaking guys down mentally, and but the physical part, I love touching the body and open things up from there.
How useful is that when you hit a guy and he shells up kind of early for the rest of the fight and you can go downstairs? You know, how useful is that if that happens Saturday night?
Right.
He feels the power and he's like, I want to go the distance.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a fighter that likes to be on his toes a lot. He likes to move a lot. So I imagine myself, I wouldn't say chasing him, but following him around the ring, setting up shots. And when he opens up to attack, then I capitalize and stuff like that. But I don't really see a lot of shelling up with him. I just see him a lot of backing up and moving and stuff like that. So I'm gonna just go off what he gives me, and I'm gonna just go from there.
So he's not one of these fighters from Mexico to come in, throw the big hook to the body. He's a mover.
Right. It's weird. He's a mover. He tries to box, but he also let his hands go. Like he's a 10-round fighter, and I've seen one of his 10-round fights that he lets his hands go. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, he tries to box with it. So I honestly think it's gonna make to be a great fight, and we just gonna see what happens Saturday night.
Do you think that's gonna be the case for you a lot at lightweight? You're gonna be at the guy cutting off the ring because of the power you bring in this weight class and the size. They ain't gonna be too,
Maybe, but maybe not. They can match me up with a real lightweight that's a real pressure fighter and that's really gonna have me on the back foot and me having to box and stuff like that. So I feel like my style is a lot like Terrence Crawford's, to where how we can start off boxing, even if the guy's pressure fighting like him and Sean Porter, start off boxing, but then eventually be picking it up and be stepping on the gas. So just picture me, like a Terrence Crawford.
if 1 is taking it easy and 10 is a full live fight, what was the sparring with you and Terrence? Like, what level were you guys working at?
Oh, it was a 10 off the rip. Like,
what?
Like me and Terrence, like we got that same mentality where we're aggressive fighters. We're trying to kill. Like we're trying to go crazy. Gang, gang, gang. What the fuck is you talking about? So like, just off the rip, like we trying to figure each other out. We trying to take control. You feel me? And I'm a fighter that I don't like when nobody is like in control. Like I take control off the rip, and he's experienced enough to know how to take that away from me. So I'm in there trying to take control. He in there trying to take control from round 1 to round 10 that we did.
How challenging was how much of a challenge was that for you?
Man,
and your
Terrence
skills,
Crawford was one of the hardest people I sparred, man. Like it's a love and hate situation. I love sparring him, but I be hating sparring because it's so challenging. You feel what I'm saying? But I just love the work at the end of the day.
Well, I once talked to Shakur one of the first times he sparred Terrence. He was a teenager. You're a lot more grown than he was at that point. But he said, "I'm not gonna lie to you, Terrence whooped my ass." So
yeah, Terrence whooped my ass because like I'm not afraid to say it, but I want to say like he just in there doing whatever he want. Like I would say like he edged it, like, but I don't get edged. So he whooped my ass. You feel what I'm saying? But also like he's experienced though, man. Like he's experienced, grown man. He knows what he's doing. He got power. He's way bigger than me, so it's like it's expected. But I'm not in there just giving in though.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm in there actually trying to whoop his ass.
Well, I imagine that helped you so much, get ready for a fight.
Oh yeah, definitely. It helped me get ready for this fight. It raised my IQ because every time we spar, I try to do something different because that's just what you got to do.
What was his punching power like?
Terrence can fucking punch.
10 knockouts in a row.
Like I can feel that he's not punching me for real, but them shits is solid. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm a 135 pounder, he's 147. Like he's not gonna be in there trying to take my head off. So I still feel them punches even though he's not really punching me for real.
How do you think that fight would Spence? I'm sure you saw Spence Ugas. How does that look? That fight?
I love Spence honestly. Like I got love for Spence for
He's an
sure.
Olympian like you were.
Yeah, but as a person though.
Yeah, right.
As a
beyond
person,
that.
yeah, I fucks with Spence. But of course I'm on Terrence Crawford's team. Like, I'm on his side at the end of the day. But no bias shit. Trust me, no bias shit. I just feel like Terrence Crawford is too much for Spence. Spence, as we all can see, got one style. Like Spence literally has one style. All he does is pick up his pace, and that's not enough for Terrence. Like Terrence, he can box, he can press you out, and he got power in both hands, and he's mean. Like you just need more than just picking it up with Terrence. You feel what I'm saying? I just feel like Terrence Crawford is too much for Errol Spence, and the size is not going to mean nothing.
And talking about you and your potential big fight in the division, Haney Kambosos, he's on this side for the time being now, on this side of the street that they like to talk about.
Yeah, Devin.
So do you feel like, and he's probably going to move up to 40 at some point, but do you got your eyes set on the winner at some point?
I'm not worried about none of these champions right now.
Okay.
I'm going 8 rounds.
Way to be realistic.
Yeah, come on now. I'm not going to be sitting here acting like I'm calling these champions out and potentially fighting these champions. Like, who knows who's going to be champion
We
about
did
time.
want Rolly right away.
Because Rolly's some shit. I will beat Rolly right now. Honestly, like another fighter, I'm not clout chasing. Another fighter I feel like I will beat right now is Ryan Garcia. Like, Rolly and Ryan Garcia, I feel like y'all some shit. Respectfully, like, it's boxing. I'm going to talk shit. But other than, the real champions, because Ryan Garcia is not a champion, or Rolly. The real champions right now, I'm not worried about them. I'm going to stay in my lane. I came into the pro game hot, and I'm going to stay hot. And I don't need no champion for me to build my name off of. Top Rank know what they doing with me. Top Rank wants me to become the star in they stable, and I'm going to be exactly that.
How do you see that fight going in Australia, though?
Right.
Haney and Kambosos?
I feel like it's going to be a great fight, honestly. I really feel like it's not going to be a blowout on either side, but I do feel like Devin Haney edges it. I feel like Devin Haney is a solid fighter all the way around. And you really can't take nothing away from Devin Haney. He got challenged before. He got hurt. He came back and won the fight. Like, Devin Haney is a solid fighter as well as Kambosos. But Devin, you know, he's the younger fighter. Like I said, he's solid all the way around, man. And I really feel like Devin edges him.
How much is it gonna benefit him, his length, that he's so long against Kambosos?
That's definitely going.
It looks like Terrence. That helps. Terrence knows how to use that too.
Right? Hell yeah. I feel like Devin. It's gonna play a part, but Kambosos is explosive, and I feel like Kambosos is quicker than Devin, maybe faster, and so that length is not gonna mean that much when you got an explosive guy in front of you. You feel what I'm saying? Especially going a 12-round fight. So yeah, he got the length and stuff like that, but Kambosos got the explosive and the speed. So like I said, it's gonna make it be a great fight. I just think Devin Haney edges it.
And lastly, man, I got a feeling I know what you're gonna say, but Rolly versus Tank, how's that fight gonna go?
I will beat the shit out of Rolly. You feel what I'm saying? So that sets us off.
Puncher's chance, you know.
Look at the opponents he been fighting, son. Like, look at the opponents he been fighting. How hard do you punch, Rolly? Like, let's be real. Tank is a hell of a puncher, and he couldn't get Isaac Cruz out there. And I don't feel like
Cruz had that chin tucked though. He didn't get hit with much. So.
Yeah, you're right, but I don't really feel like Rolly punched really probably that hard than Tank. Like, I don't know, but I don't think so neither. Like, Rolly talked his way into this fight. Yet you still gotta give credit to Rolly because he did go in there and fight and he knocked them dudes out and he did what he had to do. But Rolly is like no. I don't believe in Rolly at all. And I think Tank is gonna wash him. I think Tank's skills is gonna show that he's a lot better than him. And he fuck around, knock Rolly ass out. Like, knock his ass out.
Well, I know a lot of people do believe in you. Good luck to you Saturday night, Keyshawn. Thanks for catching up with me, man. Good. Looking forward to seeing you fight.
Yes, sir.
DB3. Let's show him the chain. Let's show him the chain. Shout out your brothers too.
Shout out Kelvin Davis, man. He just got the first round knockout last fight in the Madison Square Garden. I've been telling y'all he was gonna get the first round knockout way before fight week even came. Tune in to DB3. Keon Davis, he gonna be our next Olympian. He's 6'3" at 138. Think about it. DB3 is definitely on the map. We're gonna keep going up from here. It's no stopping greatness, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Yes,
Thanks,
sir.
Keyshawn.
Nah, thank
Good luck,
you.
bro.
Good shit, bro.
Bro, okay.
Oh, okay.
What's up, Skip?
I got the receipt.
Well,
oh, me getting my ass with the blitz.
Whoa, no.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what you're talking. Oh, but the homeboy wants them, so I gotta send it to him.
I know you gotta give it to him. Go ahead and give it to him. I know you protected me.
Y'all going to Australia?
No, I don't got my passport or my vaccine.
Oh yeah, you ain't getting on
I
that.
ain't suck my dick on the second one. I get the passport. I understand. No, a passport's great. It's the other thing.
Sounds serious, right?
Let me go ahead and sign. Oh, you know what? Let me get one more with Nico Ali. Let me get Nico Ali. Yeah.
Second fight, I had some great fun. Third fight, I was calm. And the fourth fight.
All right, guys, it's looking like. Hey, what's up, Alan? How you doing? Yeah, how are you? Yeah, the American shit. We do it like that. Yeah.
Married now? I'm married now? Yeah.
I'm part of the club. I feel I'm a man's man now.
Yeah, look good at wedding. I saw a couple of photos come up on Twitter.
Yeah.
How was your day?
It was great. It was beautiful. I was upset because I overslept and didn't cover the Golovkin Murata. It was 3 hours after the wedding, but everything was great. It was beautiful. It was great. We had some people there from boxing. Everyone loved it. It was awesome. Yeah, it was cute. It was
always like one of the kids. Like everyone there wants to see it succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rare that you get like everyone you like and everyone you won't like all their sort of mutual friends all like at the same time.
Actually, my wife made a good deep point. She was like, you kind of get a taste of what your funeral would be like. You know, like...
if you die early.
Right.
Sometimes if you don't like, you're the last one standing.
Right.
Yeah, very dark.
It's dark, but she could be...
You after him?
Huh?
You feel Nico too?
I mean, I don't mind... swimming. I'm just...
Yeah, I'm just trying to get this a lot of traffic, right? It's just kind of it's reps.
Right.
Now he's promoting you.
And maybe
and putting in goodwill.
Talk to you later, brother. That's always axiomatic.
Right.
That's the unsaid axiomatic of all of this. Is that
What's that word again?
Axiomatic.
Oh, AXIOM.
Yeah, that is axiomatic is something that everything revolves around. Right. The truth is that we always saying that. I'm speaking to you because I know that one day you could go on to be whom or whatever. Everybody's got an arc and everybody's going somewhere. So,
always
never
wants
know.
fights.
Same people still on.
Suffering the fight. Your family. You know that because I can imagine you watching the fights and saying, "Mother, what's going on?" Yeah, no,
Beyond either,
it's an enjoyable show. One thing I'm sure that I miss, man, is I heard everybody's been talking about and the new.
Right.
I'm sad I got the blue guy. But when we got married,
is
where the confidence
put my life I came out, my walkout was Smooth and Reminisce over there.
Okay, yeah.
Because I'm from New York.
The very first time when you
there was people that passed that I wish would have been there.
It's good you found a good one.
I started boxing like answer a children's. So many people, but I did it. Especially because I was what's most important. That's what made me love boxing, and I guess she was more okay with it because of
now, let me share something about your grandfather because, you know, how is it feeling now? I met him. I quickly I followed it. Something funny, some anecdotic
the number one thing I don't think this is private. Women was his weakness big time. A pretty girl, even at his young at his older age, when he saw pretty girls, he would lose his mind. I mean, he's human at the end of the day. But I would throw up on like a Beyonce music video. I'm scared of Jeff Mayweather.
There you go, there. Don't get clipped. Don't get clipped over here. They say he don't have the same power.
Wins.
They say he ain't got the same power, but I think he might clip you, man. He might clip both of them.
I don't want to be victim number 33. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I definitely ain't trying to get clipped.
You already beat up 32 people.
Where do you guys go? I'm here all week. Where do you guys go to train? Like, where boxing gyms y'all go to work out at? I need to go hit the bag somewhere.
I mean, city. I have my own gym that's opening. It's not too far from here.
What's it called? Is it that one
Jeff
downtown?
Mayweather. Jeff Mayweather Training Center.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
International Jeff Mayweather Training Center.
When's it open?
Well, the grand opening, it's already open though.
Oh, it's already open.
It's open.
Oh, okay.
I can see that.
Yeah, definitely. I need to go. I need to go to the back. Sure. With your blessing, I would.
I got diabetes. Can you see if you can?
I think one of the biggest is.
I got one, but I just got like severe weakness in my hands. You just push unless I'm doing it wrong.
Push it?
Let's see, you just push it in. And then it flips up. Unless I'm doing something wrong. I got the one to go. No, you push it. Maybe it's.
Oh, wait.
Oh, it's not down. That's probably what it. No. You gotta. There you go. I think. Okay, so that's probably what it is. I got it. It's gotta be down. Swap.
Well, at least I did something to help you get to the solution.
So I guess see. So here, it won't do it. But I guess you go down. I don't know. There we go.
We're filming all this live, you know.
Oh shit!
No,
My bad.
No, I don't care. No. You're help filling time. If you ever have problems with your tripod, the Mayweather Boxing channel, just what a beautiful shirt, man.
It's nice, man. I'm gonna wear the one with my face on down.
Did Jeff even appreciate it when you got it done?
He doesn't like it. He won't even wear one.
If you get one with my face, I will like it.
You will? All right, I'll have to get one.
No, please don't. I mean, I'll like it if you do it.
I might show up with one now. Now you challenge me.
You
Sorry.
can get your fellow anchor to wear one too. That'd be cool.
Fight won't be over, but you know.
Finally, Muhammad Ali, and of course you as well, recognize what is Mexican boxing. I'm from Mexico. Boxing is a religion in my country. So what can you tell to the Mexican interview? And I'm gonna close this interview.
Well, you do the same if you want to. No running.
Okay. Well, first off,
Don't mind
I know
me.
Mexico breeds boxers. You know, Mexico's history with boxing is probably unlike any other country. So I have so much respect for Mexican fans of boxing and for Mexican fighters. So I want to fight them one day. Yeah, I want to fight them one day. 'Cause Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. So, could you repeat after me in Spanish when you say no?
No puedes
jugar.
No puedes jugar boxeo.
It means you cannot play boxing. That's my brand.
I love it.
And my biggest respect for this sport.
Got it.
What about this?
No puedes jugar boxeo. You can't play boxing?
You can play boxing, right?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Well, you're great in the ring, but your personality, your soul is way better.
Thank you.
Oh, God.
Of course. Thank
Pointed
you
at
so
something?
much. Great, my friend.
And don't forget the creed, never.
No, never forget the creed. Never forget the creed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Ron.
Of course, of course. Nice meeting you.
It's a pleasure.
I'll see you again soon.
Yeah.
No, Darrell's about to go.
Yeah. Nico.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
I got you when you came down.
Yes, I'm sorry. I ran. I had to go check in real quick.
Okay. Ben said I could give you my memory card. Okay, I'll do that right now.
So I'm not going to be on camera with you.
Oh, you got it.
Let's swap memory cards.
Thanks, man. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. Ali Boumaye, baby. No, don't kill him. Just be.
No, you're good.
Real Jeff Johnson, second tell field with Nico and Washington. Nico, how are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Good, thank you. Let's talk about your team.
Oh man, I was never supposed to get tattoos, but after my grandfather had passed away, I was like, I wanted to keep a part of him with me at all times, so I ended up getting a picture of him on my forearm.
Can you show us the camera?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Talk about the stage this weekend, your first rap weekend in Las Vegas, your hometown. Talk about this experience of you fighting this Saturday.
I mean, this is so significant for me personally because it's my homecoming fight. This is where I'm from. This is where I live in Vegas. But it's also huge because this fight is huge. Stevenson Valdez is the fight in boxing today. So, yeah, I mean, it's an honor to be just near this card. So I think it's going to be an awesome night of boxing.
Obviously, you talked about your grandfather being your grandfather. But when did you realize his significance, not only in this country, but around the world?
I'm still sort of realizing that today. I'm getting messages from people in Japan saying they love him, people in China, people in Russia, all around the world. So that's really awesome to see. It's heartwarming that people still are talking about him and people still love and respect him. And yeah, it's great.
Final question. You talked about his weakness being music.
Yes.
Damn, I forgot to apply to the damn. I couldn't find out where to apply for friggin' Canelo.
He lost his mind. He lost his mind. Anytime there was a pretty girl near him, no matter how old he was, he would shoot his shot.
Yeah.
So
he
was just funny. That was his weakness for sure.
I'm not going to give you too.
And then I emailed what's his name?
Of course, thank you.
Yeah, he never responded.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, I left.
Okay. What's up, Nico?
What's up?
How you doing,
been?
brother? Good to see you, man.
Good, you too.
Good. Just got a minute before you get out of here.
Yeah, no,
Cool.
you're good. I put something down and I forgot where I put
Yeah,
it.
take a minute and try to find it.
I'll find it after.
Okay.
We can do it.
Ronnie, I'll just. He's got my memory card.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah,
You're
we're
good.
like-
I think I lost this thing.
Thank you, Ron. Sorry, bro. I didn't want Nico.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
That right hand.
Oh man.
For making him wait.
Okay.
You're done with everyone.
You got it.
Good to go, Nico.
Yeah, this thing just disappeared. I put this
What
box on
what
the
is it?
ground.
What were you looking for?
It was something from Everlast. I might find it.
Yeah, no one would have snatched it up in here or nothing like that.
I mean, it was really nice.
Was that a box right there?
No, we'll fight. I'll fight. Thank you. I'm ready. All right, let's do it, Nico. All right, FightHype.com. Here with my man Nico Ali Walsh.
Yes.
Nico, man, what did you think of the guy? It looked like he did make it last second
He
for
made
the
it.
face-off.
He made it. Thank God he made it. If God forbid if he were to not show up and this fight were to be canceled for me, I would lose my mind. So he made it. Thank you.
A lot of relief that.
A lot of relief that he showed up. He didn't show up for the initial press conference, but he showed up for the face-off. Yeah, I'm glad he showed up.
Now, it's your first fight as a pro without Sugar Hill Stewart.
No, it's the second fight.
Second fight.
Yes. No, so right now I'm not training with Suge right now, but man, Suge has got his plate full with Fury. I mean, that last performance was awesome. I really hope that's not the last time we see Fury in the ring. But yeah, I love Suge. He's awesome.
Well, speaking of Fury, man, he may or may not have called it a career after Saturday, and that leaves people discussing where he ranks all time and where does he rank in relation to your grandfather? What do you
I think he's top 5 heavyweights of all time.
Wow.
I think, and people think it's a bold statement, but it really isn't. Unfortunately, the way it works nowadays is that someone's got to die for them to be considered a legend. It's stupid. When Kobe Bryant was playing basketball, I was like, this guy is one of the greatest of all time. And then some people were like, no, he's not. No, he's not. And then, unfortunately, once he passed away, people are starting to realize that, yeah, he is. But you got to realize that while they're here, and I realized that with Tyson Fury. So he's top 5 greatest of all time.
Does he fight at all some similarities to your grandfather?
I don't think he fights nothing like my grandfather. I mean, maybe his head movement. He's very, very good with his movement, especially for his size. But he's got his own style completely, unlike any other fighter I've ever seen.
Yeah, and for the main event, Saturday night, Valdez and Stevenson. Actually, Shakur was wearing Ali.
Yes,
on his.
He's been wearing that. I see him in the gym all the time, and he's always wearing Ali stuff. And he was passing by, and he was shouting Ali, Ali, and that's awesome to see that he supports my grandfather. He's a cool dude. He puts in the work. He's not one of those guys that throws everything out on social media and puts everything he's doing out there. So if people saw everything he did, they would realize why he's one of the best in the world.
I even saw Keyshawn talking with you for a minute up there too. Do these young guys, do they kind of come to you and give you some respect just because who you are from your grandfather?
I think at first. Now I'm speaking for myself here. I think a lot of them maybe didn't like me. They assumed that I was going to be probably like, however, because of the name, whatever. But
nose in the air.
After I fight, nose in the air, that kind of thing. But after I fight and they see how hard I work in the gym, I think they do have a level of respect for me now. And Keyshawn is a ridiculously amazing fighter. So, he's the co-main for this fight, and that's what makes this night so hyped and so packed, because you got fighters like him and Stevenson fighting, and it's going to be a great night of boxing.
Who's some of the guys, some top-level guys you got to work with and spar with out in the top-ranked gym and elsewhere?
Well, I worked with some super high-level guys, but I didn't. It was so often and varied so much that I forgot their names. It just turned into like faces. But I worked with Edgar Berlanga so much throughout his camp before his last fight with Steve Rolls. And oh man, Edgar is a workhorse, and he's got punching power. Even with 16-ounce gloves on, you can feel it. But no, I got a ton of rounds with him. Him, his dad, his team are awesome people. So it's another thing. Like, you got someone like that who's respectable and puts in the work, and you can't do anything but respect them.
Do you feel like your punch is the right hand? I mean, obviously you want to master every shot, but as of now.
I used to think my punch was the right hand, but then my last fight, I knocked him down with the left hook both times. So I want to think that I got power in both hands, but we'll see. I got to start throwing different punches.
Do you have a prediction for the main event? Do you have a winner?
I think if it goes the distance, Stevenson will win. But Valdez has punching power with either hand, one punching power. So, I mean, if he lands a punch, it'll hurt anybody. So we'll see.
Piggyback off the predictions, man. We got a couple of good fights coming up soon as well.
Yes.
We got Devin Haney and Cambosis.
Ooh, that is an awesome fight. Cambosis is ridiculously talented, but I've known Devin and his family for a while, and this is something that he's been working towards for the longest time. So I think that'll be a great fight, but I think Devin will win that one.
How about Tank and Rollies?
I think Tank's has got that one. But, you know, Rolly could show up and shock the world, and all power to him if he does that.
We have, actually, next week we have...
Canelo, the greatest fighter of my era, yes. I think Canelo's got that fight down packed. And I just think no one beats Canelo, not right now.
And I personally have one more for you. That's Castano and Charlo.
That's another tough fight, but I do think Charlo wins that one. That's a good fight though. I think Charlo wins though.
He's the guy that can adjust, right? From the first,
Yeah, no, I've been keeping up with both the Charlos for a while, and they're very good at adjusting, and that's a skill that you've got to learn from years and years of experience. Like, you go in with a game plan, someone changes it up, and then you have to make a change. The Charlos are great at that. So
and lastly, for me too, Nico, with Shakur and Devin, these are guys that they're kind of carrying the torch forward. Like Sugar Ray Leonard took it from your pops, and so on and so forth. How important is that to keep that in America? That torch going forward and passing it down.
It's awesome. I mean, these guys these guys are an example of the work that they put in, and same with me. You can't cheat boxing. You can't cut corners and expect yourself to be good. And if Devin or Shakur cut corners, you would see it. You can see that they don't, being where they're at. So, I mean, it's awesome and they're both with Top Rank now. So, it's awesome. We got an exciting year of fights with them.
Well, thank you, Nico. I know you're gonna be a hell of a lot meaner 48 hours from now.
But, man, I mean, I haven't eaten right now a lot. So, before the weigh-in, I'm mean right now. After my food, I'll be good.
Oh, I see it in the ring, man. You get mean in there. I see it.
Yeah, you need it. You need it sometimes.
Absolutely. Thank you, Nico.
Of course.
Thanks,
thank you.
Man. Appreciate. Good luck to you, man.
Thank you. I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you soon.
Yeah. I'll talk to you after.
Thank you. Nice
after
to
the fight, man.
Can I give him some?
It's a good dude.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys, I am signing out for FightHype Live. I hope you guys had a good time watching, had a good time covering. We will be live tomorrow for the weigh-in, and of course live on Friday night, not just for this fight, but for Taylor Serrano as well. So keep it locked in, FightHype family. We love you guys. Peace.